I was given this book by the grandchildren of Florence Seymour. I went to spend her 100th birthday a month early. I was going to go to her birthday as well, but I only made it the month before, and I helped her clean up her place so that she'd be ready for the birthday. I helped her by taking 2 feet of the many, many magazines that she had, mostly art, and some, Women's Day and things like that. But I also dusted a little bit and cooked for her and talked to her, sketched with her, ate with her, and spent time alone with her like I had done for 20 years. Almost 20 years. I met her in '86, and she died in 2006. And we used to take walks. We didn't do it when she was 100 because she had survived pneumonia. So I couldn't sleep the night before Mother's Day, and I went, and this is the first book that I picked, and it had a card in it that was a Mother's Day card from her daughter, who she told me had died in a heart attack. And so I found out when I officiated her funeral that she'd actually committed suicide. And so it was a very, very sweet day on Mother's Day with Florence, because I handed her my card for Mother's Day, and then I handed her her daughter's card, and I told her it was from her daughter. And she looked sad, and then she smiled. And so, because she said that I reminded her so much of her daughter, and I told her that I found the card in this book, and that I'd like to borrow some of these books. And she said, sure, but mail them back to me when you're done. So after a month, I mailed them back to her, and she had laid them aside to give to me for after she had died. And see, I had edited her book and published her book on a blog, not Fertile Prayers, but Art Have Fun. She had tried to name it Foundations of Art, and she had written it, and it was over 200 pages of just words, no pictures. And so she had given me a few of her paintings, so I added them to the book that I put on the blog spot, Art Have Fun. And so that was in this book, the card, the Mother's Day card. And then her grandchildren gave this book to me when Florence died. And I've never read the book, and I probably never will unless I read it on large screen, because the print is just so tiny. And I don't see how anybody can read it unless they get a magnifying glass. I apologize for some of the pages being upside down. I took pictures at night because this book was so dark. I mean, not dark, it's tiny. And I didn't know if I would get the right lighting outside. And inside, yes, there's not enough really good lighting. And so I hope you enjoyed this review of how tiny the print is and how beautiful and precious the artwork is, because it is. Thank you.